Oh God, I'd rather not make this video. I really wouldn't. I really rather not. But it seems like once I say things on this videos and I get it out there, it's off my shoulders and it's on yours. But it gets dispersed amongst many of your shoulders. So if you can all just carry a bit of the burden for me, because this one is just the worst, man. This is so sickening, and this makes me so angry and sad, and it's it's just sick, man. It's just sick, and it's just beyond sick. It's beyond sick, okay, and it's beyond trouble. It's beyond disturbing. How about that? This is disturbing. I've been disturbed. I guess I'll get to it. I mean, talking for already almost a minute about how disturbed I've been because it's been on my pre-conscious, and I haven't really been thinking about it consciously. It's been there for about a month, and I've been thinking about it often, but I didn't realize I was thinking about it. It was just putting me in a bad mood. Now that I will talk about it, hopefully it'll stay in my conscious memory. I won't let it sink below and put me in a bad mood again, because it's just like, okay, I'll just tell you. I was 11. I had a friend across the street named Richard. Um, my father, and it was the summertime, but it was the last day of, well, it was the end of the summer when I was 11 years old. And my friend Richard was at my house, or we were outside with our bikes playing around, whatever we did. And my father approaches us, which was very rare to begin with. He would just always wouldn't be around, right? Or he would ignore us, basically, just say hi and keep walking by. But this time he approached us with an offer. Do we want to go to the amusement park? And he stated it was the last day. So it was either today or he couldn't do it. Now, I'll never forget the feeling I had, because it was just strange. It was like, what? Like, this guy is always mean to me. He's always ignoring me. He's not really nice to me. He never makes offers like that. I mean, he may take the family for ice cream or something, but he wouldn't take me and my friend to the amusement park. It made no sense. And especially because he said it was the last day, and if he doesn't take me, he won't be able to take me. That was like, what? Like, suddenly I'm special? And I think the whole thing was bizarre. And it was a rainy day, so it really made no sense. And especially because my friend and I were not that keen on going, because it was a rainy day. It was already kind of cool outside. We could have gone the whole summer. Maybe we did go earlier in the summer once, without my father. Anyhow, so very strange, but of course we took him up on the offer. We weren't doing much anyways. So he took us to the amusement park, and I remember the first ride, we're waiting in line, and my father tells us, "Okay, guys, I'll meet you here at this ride in 2 hours. I'm gonna go use the phone and do some business." I don't have to tell you guys. I don't have to tell you. My father always used that business as an excuse for his predilection. So obviously, we know. He brought us to the amusement park, not for us. He never did anything for us, for me. Um, I'll tell you something else that's on my mind that I don't think I spoke about. Maybe I have. I don't even know if I'm repeating myself anymore. So, obviously, he took us, to look at boys. But what is very disturbing is that I don't know what he was doing over those 2 hours. Maybe he molested a boy. Maybe he molested multiple boys. Maybe he exposed himself. I don't know. I don't know. But he obviously committed something indecent, and he used us. And to think, he probably, basically he probably thought, what, if I do something now on the last day, then I won't get caught, because they're going to be closed tomorrow. So there'll be no investigation, because there won't be any camera footage around. Like, the offices will be shutting down, and no one will want to deal with it if anything happens. My father probably thought that way. Otherwise, why didn't he bring us a week before on a nice summer day? The whole thing was so weird then, and now it's just sick. Now there's just every reason to think it's sick. And it's been on my mind because I keep, like, it hasn't been on my mind, it's been under my mind. And then I think it's like under my mind, it comes, and I start thinking, what could he have done? I start thinking all the things he could have done, and things that, stories I've heard about or I've read about, where some kid goes, and I remember a sickening story. Some little girl goes into the bathroom, and some sick guy goes in and rapes her right in the bathroom with her mother outside. Maybe my father did something like that. At the end of the day, he's a sick guy, and he used us. So something else I'm going to tell you is that I thought many times, was there anything my parents ever did for me that, I can't speak for my brother. I don't know what his life was like. I really don't know at this point. But did they ever do anything for me that was actually for me? Or was there always a reason? It's like I figured out with my ex-girlfriend. There was always a reason, the psychopath. It was always, an ulterior motive. But generally it was the same motive. That was to keep me placated and keep me around and, use me for cover with her probation officer, parole officer. But with my parents, it was always a different reason. And I'll tell you something. I thought for a while, you know what? Before my father got caught, when I was 4, 5, 3, whatever, I remember they used to bring us to Barbados and Bahamas once a year, and even sometimes twice a year. So I was thinking, that was really nice. Maybe my parents did have the intention when they got married to raise a real strong family and be bonded. Maybe that was really like, maybe my dad screwed it up, but maybe the intention was good from the beginning. But then I was like, I thought about those vacations and what happened on them. And no, man. Back in the day, and maybe even to these days, Bahamas and Barbados were tax havens. And I remember we went there to get cash. My father's criminal organization family kept cash there. And they would bring the kids because they would put the cash in our pants, in my pants, because I was the littlest one, so they wouldn't check me. So I remember even once I was so young that my mother said to my father, it's amazing I can remember this far back. My mother said to my father, should we put him in diapers? Because there'll be less chance of them looking into diapers, right? Because they'll think there may be crap in there or something. My father, the psychopath, who has no fear and never ever thinks he's going to get caught, and he was like, nah. He goes, they'll be fine. He's a little kid. They're not going to check him. So they stuffed big envelopes of money down my pants every time we went, and now I know that was the main reason they brought me, And my father was probably molesting my brother at the beach because every time I'd wake up, my brother and my father would be gone. I remember walking around outside the beach house alone, a little kid. Where's my brother? He's only like a year and a half old, 2.5 years older than me. He should always been around. We should have been woken up together. Now it's like everything just comes back in this very ugly vein, and I just can't believe that one with the amusement park. That one really hurts. Not because that he used me. It just hurts that what did he do? I should go back and look at the newspaper on that day because I know that I was 11 years old, and I can figure out when that amusement park closed and see if there was a crime committed. Anyhow, I don't think I'm going to do that. Good night. Thank you for wishing me good night, whoever did it yesterday, Morning Star or something, or Sweet Star. Well, you are Sweet Star. Man, it's rough, man. I have construction outside again all summer long. It's going to be, they're building a building. It's just, I think I need to move, man. It's like, fuck. I need to get a quiet place. Okay, I'm gonna shave too. It's been so, I don't think I've taken a shower in 3 weeks. That's not good, by the way. If you don't take a shower for a long time, something I've learned is that although you don't really feel different, you do feel different. I'm not sure if it's psychological or it's because my pores are like full of dirt. I do wonder why we feel dirty. It must be something on our skin, oils, because I feel really gross.